Happy crypto fan. It's April 2nd, and we're going to be talking about tariffs because today Trump is going to be coming out on the news and he's going to be talking about his tariffs, what we're going to be doing. And you guys are probably wondering, fan, what is tariffs? I didn't know what tariffs are. For now, I had to learn. So basically, what tariffs are taxes they charge for goods imported and exported. So what Trump wants to do, he wants to impose tariffs for companies that are bringing goods into America. So basically, he wants to charge tariffs or taxes. So it's a percentage. He wants to charge 25 to just a 10% taxes. So what we got to figure out is basically which countries are going to pay what. So for example, okay, so let's say you a Toyota Camry. Let's say there's a 10% tariff on the Camry. So now let's say you're buying a Camry for 20,000. Now that Camry's gonna cost 20,000 22,000 because 10% of 20,000 is 2,000. So basically, that 2,000 taxes is going to be either the companies have to pay for it or we're worried about we're going to have to pay it. So we're trying to figure out who's going to pay that. Either the consumer, Trump's saying no, it's not going to be the consumer. Well, I'm not saying he's not saying no. He's saying that basically he wants to charge the countries those taxes. But now we're trying to figure out are those companies now in turn going to charge those taxes back to us and raise the prices? And we already have inflation. So now you're talking about more inflation. Um, so that's why the stock market and crypto market is moving downward because the uncertainty of where these taxes are going to be put at. So today we're going to hear about it. If you notice, the market has been moving, been taking a dump because of these tariffs. Companies want to know, and people want to know if the taxes and their goods are going to go up. So today we're going to see, we're going to hear from Trump, and we're going to see what's going to go on with the tariffs and where these taxes are going to go. Because you're talking about $30,000 Camry, and he says he's going to put a 20% tariff on that thing. Now that's $6,000 more on that Camry. So now you're talking about instead of a $30,000 Camry, you're talking about $36,000 Camry. So, and also you ask him why is he doing this tariff? So basically what it is we have a $2 trillion deficit. So they're saying that with these tariffs, they'll be able to raise $1 trillion of this deficit. Also with Elon trying to find, I guess, where all the money is coming out of the government so that they can save a percentage of money that would also help kill a deficit. And also what they're hoping is that with these taxes that would if incentivize companies to bring the companies back to America. Now, will that work? I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea? But this is causing the market to move, that uncertainty, because costs can go up, including inflation. And right now, we haven't heard anything on interest rates going down. So that uncertainty got the market moving. If you notice that every time that he suspends the tariff talks, the market moves up, goes in the green. And every time he says, "Oh, we come with that tariffs," that market goes in the red. So that's what you've been seeing in the last couple of weeks. So we're going to tune in today to see what happens. I don't know. Could this bring back companies back to America? Could this kill the deficit? I would like to think what you guys think. I'm bipartisan. I'm just watching what my investments are going. But either way, uh, Raul Powell says that he feels that the market's going to be moving 2 months from now, that we're going to be moving sideways. So I'm talking about a little dump up and down, but they're talking second quarter, third quarter movement. Let's see what happens, folks. These tariffs, I guess, is more serious than what we thought. I thought it was. I think they're trying to learn about those taxes. Hold a second. Hold on. Excuse me. I can hear that. Let's see that flight there going on. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, the tariffs have. I figure these tariffs is going to save that deficit. So we'll see what's going on today. Trump will be talking about it. So we're going to see who's bringing 10%, 25%. And it's crazy because I was thinking, like I was saying, I was thinking about Ford's, like, I thought Ford and Chevy probably, well, this would be good for Ford and Chevy, but then we find out a lot of parts for Ford and Chevy are made in Mexico. So even on domesticated cars, you would get charged a tariff. How much would it be? I don't know. But so I guess, okay, so I guess if you have a Ford manufacturer, you're paying, whatever, it would incentivize you to bring that company back to America if it was more cost efficient. So that's what we don't know, but that's the plan he has. Is it a good plan? Is it a bad plan? I don't know. You guys share, tell me what you think. Would those tariffs go to the consumer, to us, or would it go to the country, or would that country put that on us? That's what everybody's little confusion is at. So we're going to see if that's going to work. He feels that it's going to be bumpy before it gets better. This is what Trump and his crew is saying. I don't know, folks. Here to share, here to like. I just want to tell you what tariffs are, just taxes on imports and exports. I just want to give you the reason why their reason why they say what it is. It's not my reason, but it's affecting our investments, folks. So you got to know what's going on. So I just wanted to share that news with you, crypto fan. Here to share, here to like. Make sure you share this so it can get out, man. Hit to subscribe, man. All right, be crypto fan.